Hello, and thank you for joining us for our new series, Open for Justice. My name is Damon Daniel, President and CEO of the AdHoc Group Against Crime. Open for Justice is a new series that we're introducing. It's going to feature unsolved homicides as well as missing persons. You're going to hear from case detectives as well as family members of those who've gone missing, as well as those who have cases that are unsolved. And most important, we need your help in all of this, because these cases have one thing in common. They're still open for justice. There's key information that we're looking for and that you can help. So keep tuning in and keep sharing these videos with your family, friends, and loved ones as well. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you.
Someone asks me to tell a story about my mother. The first story that comes to my mind is the story of the first time I rode a roller coaster. It was the summer that I was 8 years old, and my mom just realized that I was tall enough to ride the Mamba. And instead of being like a normal person and buying us regular day tickets to Worlds of Fun, she went all out and bought us season passes, gold passes, all the perks. And she couldn't just have me ride it during the day because she had to go all out. So we rode it in the very back in the dark. I was 8 years old, I was very skinny, the lap bar did not go all the way down, and I was terrified. But my mother told me that I cannot let my fears stop me from doing the things I'm afraid of. And that day, I learned a great lesson, because I loved riding the Mamba, in the very back, in the dark. I practically begged her every day after that to take me back so I could ride it again and again and again. My mom taught me a lesson that day. She taught me to be brave. And she taught me that lesson many days after because she was brave. She was brave with her feelings, she was brave with her relationships, she was brave with her mental health, and she was brave for the people in her life who couldn't be. She was brave.
She went missing, like I said, on my dad's birthday, which was May 18th of 2015, and they found just her skeletal remains on December 6th of 2015. So she was missing for 7 months before anybody found her. And we were fortunate that there was a person out walking his dog, and his dog uncovered the bones.
Whenever I would think of my aunt, I would always think of a fun time, and that we would definitely be being busy and doing things versus being stuck at home and in my room. So even when people are struggling, there's still glimmers of their best selves there and being available.
Melissa was my best friend. Her name was Melissa, so we would call each other twin. And she was the best. She was always there for me. My dog got taken away and she had a concussion, and she drove from the airport where we were working by to Grandview with concussion and walked in my apartment and just picked up my dog stuff. Like, with a concussion. That was the kind of person Melissa was. She has some feisty in her. She was the greatest. Always there, always like the kindest heart. But with some feist and some gusto.
Hello, and thank you for watching our series, Open for Justice. You just heard from the family of Melissa Doyle. Melissa's remains were found nearly over 8 years ago in Lady B. Gordon Park. As you listen to her family and her friend talk about Melissa, you heard them talk about somebody who was caring, somebody who was outgoing, and a mother as well. The most difficult thing for me and hearing the family and Melissa's daughter talk is the fact that they're still waiting for justice and some sense of closure as well. One thing about someone who goes missing, and even if you do find their remains, it's difficult to sort of get beyond or to move on when you just don't have any answers. This family deserves answers, and you perhaps, those of you who are watching this or who have heard of this case, You can share what you know. Melissa's car was found in Lita B. Gordon Park as well, along with her, some of her belongings, but not her. It took several months before her remains were found as well. And by the time her remains were found, the body was seriously decomposed. And that also impacts what the results could be in terms of really understanding what happened to her. But someone out there may know. Someone may have seen this story years ago. Someone may know of her. Someone may know someone who's talked about her as well. Whatever the case may be, we're open for justice. Our lines are open for justice. You can call us at 816-753-1111. That's 816-753-1111. Help us bring healing and justice to the Doyle family. God bless you. Thank you.